exit out of that radio.
Front leadership, go on, Whisper.
Actual signing in on 310.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Hi.
shit.
I'm talking on it still. Hi.
Name it Charlie on 3-1.
I have an idea.
Yes.
You're good. You're good.
3-1 actual signing in on 12.
Two actual signing in 12.
Hey, Christian, I'm checking on 3.
What channel?
I'm trying to see too.
Okay.
Yeah, a little tongue twister there.
Lieutenant, you're not wanting 412 to be carrying a mortar for any part of this, correct?
Doing, let's fix this line.
Staff Sergeant.
Take a step forward there, Schuster.
I've already got two guns. You're not going to need a mortar.
Neat. We're good.
How you holding up, buddy? Scoot down, fall. 2 steps. Sorry, Lapis once.
Right here?
Yeah, no, you can get next.
Okay.
Up.
Swenson, you're fine.
2-1, who's your M32?
Or you were fine.
Yeah,
We-
I'm looking to see where somebody's at, so
Same
I
thing
just...
you
Oh,
said.
gotcha.
Ross.
Yes.
Ross should have the M30.
Oh.
Make sure
Sorry,
you
say again, Gunny?
Charlie, be prepared to move to your left here in a moment. We're gonna have one joining.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
I...
2-2.
I'm gonna
Get
be
ready
a
to move
fat
our
boy.
left.
Charlie, who is your M32 gunner?
Trong, over.
If you're an M32, you're not.
Copy.
Okay, fuck this.
Yeah. By the way, Devine is in the quarterdeck.
I know. Okay,
Sergeant Prable, that sounds like you need to do a bag check on that individual.
I will.
Regarding
All up, BT,
M32,
radio
should
check.
they run heavy on HE or
Name
something?
Charlie 32.
Smoke.
Make sure you got your patch integrity, then
You'll
get your
have the opportunity
Batuti
to
over here.
resupply in the field, but for the training, smoke.
Understood.
Where is Monroe?
I don't, Russ, do you
Charlie,
have
make sure your M32 is heavy on smoke.
Do you want me to have
Charlie,
that
shift
smoke?
down
Yeah,
one
heavy
spot
on-
to the
heavy on
left,
smoke,
please.
You'll be able to rearm.
Charlie,
like,
shift down one
scoot to
spot.
the left.
most likely to the walk port.
Scoot
No,
to the
Hall,
left.
get down here with me.
You know how it be.
Scoot it, scoot it, scoot it, scoot it, scoot it, scoot it.
There you go. Hearts and Hall switch. 4-4.
Yeah,
Maybe ain't
Monroe
about it.
should be on his way.
Thank you.
Trong,
Yeah.
they're looking to have the M32 heavy on smoke. How you looking on that?
Yeah. And then Ethal's helping Fabian. 'cause he's same
Be
thing
able
with
to rearm in the field, but just for training purposes, heavy on smoke.
Whenever he fucks
Swenson
Yeah,
and I are
again,
supposed to
they,
form
uh,
us
Yeah,
up,
we'll
but
deal
for
with that later.
easy sake, we should just take like a half step back. There you go. Now we're looking sharp.
Oh shit, my group name. 1 second.
Might want to.
Yes, please.
I think that should be good.
It's 12 because it's a meg or it's a never mind.
Updated.
2 cylinders worth. That's cool.
It's kind of a shame that we can't change the
I have
fucking
stone smokes.
icons.
That makes more sense now. Forgot it's
It goes by off of whatever freaking cockamamie patch it gives you.
Yeah, any more than that, and it's just gonna start fucking despawning.
I don't know. Mine's a helicopter squadron, so I'm okay.
Mine's mine is from the Contact DLC, but I don't remember exactly what.
Four
Hey, Goofy,
smokes to
Hey,
HE.
Bomb, I'm guessing you're filling in.
drop it down to a
Oh
whisper.
no, come left. Yep, there you go.
Christian,
Drop down to
you
whisper
have
to-
C-tab?
Fast.
Yeah, I have C-tab on. What's up?
Cool shit. Cool shit.
Oh, I see you now.
All
I
right,
was about
5
to-
minutes
I'm probably
till,
just
2-1.
probably just clumped in there.
All present.
A-firm, sorry, I couldn't hear you. You're on whisper.
2-2.
3 at the box. 2 brand new guys with their fire team lead, trying to get them situated.
But everyone's on server.
So far.
4-1.
all here.
Copy.
To remember, we got a default loadouts on the template, so it should be quick to just grab those public default loadouts for those kits. They're UPM.
Yeah, I think we're just trying to have a problem getting one of them on the. I'll go check that.
Good luck.
You two sound off and all your guys are in formation.
Yeah, there's no one at the box. Let's just go ahead. I don't know what's going on with Ethan, what's going on with your guys?
Not in the server yet. I don't see Fabian on my tech DUI's radar.
Yeah, no, neither are in the service. I tried to join in to kick them for he disconnected for some reason.
I can figure it out through Discord.
Yeah, let's try to get them in the server. They're gonna buy some time. Assad's in the TeamSpeak channel.
Yeah, I saw him try to gank once or twice.
Is this his first official event?
So I just
It might
Yeah.
be.
and he'll work his I would say just stick with me and risk it. That way he gets credit.
And we'll just move around as needed.
Later, you want 3-1?
Yeah, I think we'll be fine if we split 4-1-2 between the two different squads for the raid part.
Yeah.
That way, if we need to break off to something and risky, we can stay with the other forces. Me and you can just kind of move around.
Okay. One, do you have a DMR?
We have two teams, one Maz, one M32. If we need to switch out, we can.
No, just asking. See, there's 1 and 2-2. Okay.
No, Mono has. I think it's suppressed. Mono took a suppress.
Hall, before we step off, you're gonna need to switch your AT for Maz when you get the chance.
Last one. Oh, checking entry fine.
Gotcha.
Arlington looks like all present and accounted for.
Checking in 62.
TP. Monroe, you're on the.
Check 3-6.
Yep, there you go.
All checking in discreet.
Lima Charlie 3-6.
Monroe 2SC, radio check 3-5.
I got you, Lima Charlie.
Archer 2, we waiting on anyone? 2-1.
2-1 Charlie.
My Apollo's at the box stream making his kit, but otherwise we're all here.
2-2.
Yeah, the two guys were. They were on the 2-2 server. They're on there.
Roger. And 4-1.
4-1 all here.
Alright, we'll give it another minute then for those 2-2's guys to get sorted.
2-1 Charlie, did you just check in on the snap?
Hall, are you present?
If you want, sir, I can go and do my knowledge questions and we can do announcements afterwards.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get things rolling.
Copy that.
This is 2-2, radio check with 62 over.
All right, time for your knowledge questions. I'm not going to pick on the brand new guys just yet. So, TFC J.A. Hall, what's the mission of the Marine Corps Rifle Squad?
He may not be present, Gunny.
What do you mean he's not present? Squad leader just told me everyone was present. A joke. All right, PFC Schuster, same question.
Gunny, the mission of the Marine Corps Rifle Squad is to locate, close with, and destroy the enemy by fire and maneuver, to repel the enemy's assault by fire in close combat.
Very good. We have a Private Dalton here.
Nope.
I think he's
Private Goo.
Yes, got
What does it mean if there's 2 red X's
gonna
on a
fuck-
building? What does that
That's
signify?
not.
It means the building is booby trapped, sir.
Very good. And I'm not a sir, I work for a living.
Okay, that was kind of funny.
For Lim,
Get used to it. Don't worry, you're new. You'll get.
what is the acronym we use to remember the 14 leadership traits? That's not the acronym.
No, it's not. I can't remember. I do have it written down somewhere, but it's not readily available.
Get on yelling, Corporal.
I can't tell you off the top of my head. I do have it written somewhere, though.
Sergeant Payne, can you enlighten him? Sergeant Payne, you there?
5x5.
Guessing that's a no. All right, it's JJ did tie buckle. Copy that?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
you
found
need
it.
a tie buckle.
All right, Corporal Kilborn. Out of those 14 leadership traits, can you name me 5 of them?
Not off the top of my head.
Really? You can't even make a guess on any of them? Just gave you the acronym. JJ did tie buckle. Do you think judgment would be a good leadership trait for an NCO?
Yes.
Maybe initiative? Do you think of any others?
Trust maybe?
No, trust isn't one of them.
It's been a while.
All right. So understand, I've been picking on these privates this whole time. I'm going to start picking on you NCOs as well. You all went through your NCO courses, corporals and sergeants. If you're a corporal, then I'm going to quiz you on corporal course. If you're a sergeant, I'm going to quiz you on any of the NCO courses. If you're a staff sergeant, I'll quiz you on Staff NCO Academy. I've taught all of those classes. So your 14 leadership traits is justice, judgment, dependability, initiative, decisiveness, tact, integrity, enthusiasm, bearing, selflessness, courage, knowledge, loyalty, and endurance. JJ did tie buckle. So this is the first time we've ever done this in this platoon, but I'm tired of picking on privates all the time. I'm gonna start picking on you NCOs and staff NCOs as well. Everyone copy that?
Yes, Gunny.
Yes, Gunny.
Yes,
Got
Gunny.
it.
Crystal.
All right, Lieutenant, if you have announcements. 2-2, is everyone here now?
They're at the boxes.
Copy that.
Yeah, they got 2 figured out the box. All right, we got deployment coming up in a week here. Keep an eye out for that. There are 3 mods that are required. We'll make sure they're posted in the official chat. But you will be needing to get a couple things for mission items, NPCs, and the map itself, Columbia. We don't know too much about our first mission here, but we'll get the planning meeting here during the week. Just a reminder too, reinserts and respawning during the deployment is restricted. Everyone except RO and the corpsman. If you die, you are filling in as a rifleman at that point. Grab your kit and just attach to whoever you're reinserting with, and just pick a squad to run with, essentially. I mean, stay in the same squad, but just you're basically going to be forming up a new fire team at that point. Whoever's left, you're going up the ranks. If you step up to squad leader, you're a squad leader until you die. On that too, if you do go KIA twice, you have no more lives for the deployment. You'll be disconnecting, just waiting in the conference room for a debrief. And that applies to me too, as well as Gunnery Sergeant Parks. If we go KIA, we are no longer in charge of the platoon. Whoever's stepping up is. So we will be reinserting as riflemen ourselves. Sergeant Hodos.
I just saw this. They also are updating and putting back in the 15th Op4 pack.
Roger. All right, we got a new Op4 pack coming too. That should get added to the collection if you guys are subscribed to that, but make sure that you just double check that you're getting that. Sergeant Swenson.
Will you find out whether Join in Progress will be available to us again this year?
Join in Progress, so far we will be maintaining.
Understood. Thanks.
All right. Other than that, a few other announcements, just with some movements that we've had. Staff Sergeant Bilo did have to step down, go to reserves, just due to IRL scheduling. Sergeant Frable has been offered and accepted the mantle of squad leader for 2-2. For better or for worse, for his mental stability. Guevara and Adler, things are for basically set in stone, correct?
Depending on if we pass training and all that stuff and check ride, yes.
All right,
if we don't, then no.
Tentative congratulations to HM3 FMF Guevara and Corporal Adler on their tentative acceptance into becoming JTAX for the company. And last but not least, Private First Class Schuster will be stepping up as the 2-1 Bravo Fire Team Lead.
I don't know if that's condolences there for that.
Welcome to hell.
Yeah, with that out of the way, we'll wait to get the official word from company on that. But I think we have all the faith in Corporal Adler passing her training for JTAC. We will be looking to take applications for an RO here in the coming weeks. So if you are considering that, feel free to reach out to myself and Gunnery Sergeant Parks.
If I could have a C on that, sir.
Yep, go ahead, Adler.
It will actually take more than probably a month for me to be actually transferring out.
Yeah, the intent once we kind of get the word from company that it's relatively done deal. We know your transfer will be pending for several weeks, but ideally we can start doing applications while we're waiting for your transfer to get put in, so we can have someone to backfill that the second you vacate.
Also on that, anybody interested besides one person that I already know who might be, if you want to pick my brain on what it's like to be an RO, feel free to come find me, and I will give you my 2 cents on it.
All right. Other than that, Gunny, you have any other announcements on your mind?
Negative.
Be sure to put your nods in your backpack.
Platoon's yours, Gunny.
Copy. All right, today's training is going to be on CRC usage on RAID. This is going to come in real handy since we're going to be going into, as most of you have already looked at the Warno, we're going to be going into Colombia for this deployment. So we're expecting to do a lot of riverine operations, more than likely in CRCs, or if we happen to have Charlie in our task force. So here's some questions, and I want any non-NCO to answer them. I don't care who it is, but someone answer them. What are the 3 elements of a raid or an assault?
Surprise.
No, that's not an element. That's a key, but not an element. So you have 3 elements of a raid or an assault. Your assault element, your support element, and your security element, correct?
That's correct, Gunny.
So always remember them in that order. And there's a purpose for that: assault, support, security. So when you're setting up your raid, you're doing it ass backwards. So you set up your security first, then your support, and then lastly your assault. When you're disengaging from that raid or exfilling, you do ass. You pull off your assault element first, then your support, and then last your security.
Yep, put them in your backpack.
What are some of the things you absolutely have to conduct a raid? Non-NCOs again.
Ammunition?
Well, I mean, yes. That's not what I'm looking for.
Intelligence.
That's one of them. Intelligence.
Element of surprise.
Surprise. That's another one. What's the last one? Think about it. It's a raid. What do you want to do? Speed. The intelligence allows you to have the speed. If you don't have good intelligence, it's going to be very hard for you to do your actions on objective quickly because you're going to be looking around for everything. That's one of the reasons, one of the key steps of this is having some sort of recon, either leader's recon, the RO getting good eyes on it with a drone, something, but you need to know exactly what that objective looks like before you conduct a raid on it. Otherwise, you're going to be walking in blind, and that means more time. And that's the one thing you don't have on a raid. So typically, you're wanting to spend no more than 10 to 15 minutes on objective. You're wanting to hit it, get whatever your mission is to accomplish, whatever your tasking is on that objective done, and then get the hell out before the QRF can arrive. What does MCON mean? EMCON.
Voices below whisper and suppressors on.
It means limiting your emissions. So that could be sound, light, etc. So that means you do not use lasers. You do not talk above a whisper. You utilize your radios. Everyone should be on whisper. If we say MCON is in effect, that means everyone's on whispers, lasers off, of course, flashlights off, and you utilize your radios for most of your communication. And that's going to be tested today while we're doing our raid walk. Myself and the lieutenant are going to be invisible, and if we hear you from any distance, we're going to throw red smoke on you. If you see red smoke during that training, that means you're being too loud. Now, as far as the CRCs, what do you do as soon as you land on a beach in an amphibious landing? What's the first step you do?
Set up security. Shut the engine off.
Right. You secure that beachhead. If it's a vehicle like an ACV, then you also secure that. So how big of an area do you need to secure? This is something we get wrong quite often. It's usually 300 to 500 meters depending on terrain. So everything between 300 and 500 meters, again, depending on terrain. If it's a mountainous area, then more than likely only 300 meters because you're going to have defilade to everything else. If it's very flat terrain, you need to extend that out to about 500 meters. Basically, anything that could be a threat to you on that beach needs to be suppressed or killed. Now that means you could push off the beach, but not too far. You should also never reboard the vehicle on the beach. Your purpose is to secure that beachhead and then get off that beach as quickly as possible. Usually that's only maybe 5 minutes. So you suppress everything you can on that beach and then get off the beach, and then the vehicle will pull up inland a little ways, and then you reboard the vehicle if you're going to be taking that vehicle inland. If not, then you go ahead and step off as infantry. Stand by while I scroll. What are some of the advantages that you could think of for CRCs?
Speed.
They're
Oh,
faster
nimble.
They're faster than ACV. That's not too big of an advantage. It's not like you need to be super nimble on the water.
They're
What's
harder
one of
to
the
hit.
other ones?
Quieter.
Stealth.
Noise gunny. It's quicker than, or it's quieter than a gator and Oscar and
Correct.
other bigger boats.
So it's stealth, speed, and what's the last one?
It's a smaller target.
You can put it on your back.
Correct. It's
move it.
backpack portable. So you can use backpack on chest to carry a CRC with you. Of course, you're going to be on walk, but that might come in real handy here soon. All right. And what is the radio call you give when you make landfall or when you remount and head offshore?
5 feet.
Close. Feet wet, feet dry. When you land, every fire team leader should be letting his squad leader know 2-1 Charlie, feet dry. And then he's going to let us know when his whole squad is feet dry, and then we'll let company know that the platoon is feet dry. Same thing when you get back in the boats to go back offshore. You're going to say, 2-1 Bravo, feet wet, and then 2-1 feet wet, and then Archer 2 feet wet. And I want to hear those calls today while we're doing these practices. All right, for those of you who don't know, we have documentation for CRC usage, and we also have documentation for raid usage. If any of you leaders want those documents to do further training at the fire team or the squad level, just get with me and I'll give you the links. So for CRC usage, CRCs are very quiet. What you want to do is you want to let off on boost about 200 meters from the shore, and then the last 50 to 100 meters you want to coast. If you do that, it's almost impossible for anything to hear you. It's almost impossible, even boosting, even when you're holding down your shift key, it's almost impossible to hear a CRC past about 200 meters. So let off on boost at about the 200 meter mark, and then when you get to about 100 to 50 meters, coast in. If you need to just give it a little bit of gas every once in a while to keep coasting into the coast, you do so. Now, of course, if you're under fire, whole different ball game. You boost all the way onto the shore. You want to let off just before you hit the beach. That way you don't go ramming up on the shore. If the LZ is hot, 40 millimeter smoke should be deployed about 400 meters from the beach. Fire team leaders, it should always be the rifleman as the driver of the vehicle, the AR and the grenadier on the wings of the vehicle, and the fire team leaders in the middle of the vehicle. That way he can utilize his optics to constantly call distance so the grenadiers and everyone else knows when they can start engaging. Do not engage the beach more than 400 meters out, even if they're shooting at you. Because you're bouncing on the water, the chances of you hitting anything at that kind of range is almost nil. You're not even going to suppress them effectively. Maintain your speed and direction once everyone's in the basic formation. Do not use boost when you're making pretty sweeping turns. And that's mainly because those wings, because we're almost always going to be in a platoon wedge. If you make a sharp right-hand turn, it's going to take a while for that left-hand wing to catch back up. So let off on boost. If you're the point vehicle, let off on boost, make your turn, stay out of boost till everyone's back in formation, then everyone could boost again. It'd be very good if the lead vehicle calls up going back to boost. And that way his squad leader or whoever can call that up to the platoon. And upper leadership should never share the same CRC. And that's for every one of ASL and above. If you're an ASL and a squad lead, of course, you should not be in the same CRC. Myself and the lieutenant will not be in the same CRC. And hopefully, as long as we have the vehicles for it, I want all of Platoon HQ to be in separate CRCs. That way, if one boat gets taken out, we're not losing too many people. Any questions on CRC usage?
Negative.
All right, quickly jumping over to RAID. RAID is an operation to temporarily seize an area. Someone go on mute if you're going to be eating. A RAID is an operation to temporarily seize an area in order to secure information, confuse an adversary, capture personnel or equipment, or destroy a capability. It ends with a planned withdrawal upon completion of the assigned mission. So when you do a raid, you have actions on objective, whatever those actions may be. That could be gathering intel, picking up an HBI, killing an HVT, you name it. When do we do actions on objective?
When we're on the objective, Gunny.
Once you've secured the objective. So you assault the objective, you push completely through the objective, check the outer perimeter, then set up your hasty 180 and then consolidated 360. That's when you do actions on objective. If there's intel to be gathered, do not stop your assault to pick up that intel. You push through, then come back to it once security's set. Many times the SBF will push down in and help you with security if there's low numbers. What's the smallest formation that can perform a raid?
A squad?
Negative. It's a platoon. Today you'll be practicing them as a squad. But honestly, it's a platoon. Because who here wants to have a 4-man assault team? That's what it's going to be if you're just a squad. It would have to be a pretty tiny objective for that. And honestly, if we had that, we could just push the platoon right through it. We wouldn't have to perform a raid. All right, there's some particular planning considerations when it comes to a raid. How the hell did I get turned? So your mission, you need to worry about mission-specific equipment. We've already done that where I was talking about making sure that everyone had an M32 gunner. Then you need to know your QRF response time. You leaders need to really pay attention to this because these are going to be questions you're going to need to ask when we perform this raid. And you have OCOCA. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's observation, cover and concealment, obstacles, key or decisive terrain, and then avenues of approach. That's your OCOCA. And then you have ORP and your RP locations. There should be 2 RPs for each one of the different elements, minimum. And then you have your ORP, which is where everyone's going to gather before they split up into their elements. And then, of course, you're going to have your SALT position and things like that, your SBF position. And then if you're using vehicles, you need to know the audible range of those vehicles so you don't get too close to the objective with the vehicle and tip off there's something coming because you need that element of surprise. Then there's also 8 steps to a raid. That's infiltration of the objective area. That's going to your ORP. Then conducting leaders recon. That's optional. You can also use a drone. Then establish your elements, your assault support security. Initiating contact. That's your mad minute. So can anyone here tell me what the mad minute's actually for? It's to kill all the enemies, right?
Negative.
Draw attention so you can assault.
It's to distract the enemy away from the assault element. That's why your support element, if you're on a support element, suppressors are off. I don't care what we're doing, your suppressor is off because you're not going to distract the enemy with a suppressor on. You're wanting to make a lot of noise in a well-defended position and basically have them looking one way while the assault comes at them perpendicular to that location. All right, then you're going to initiate the contact, then you're going to clear the objective, you're going to establish objective security, and then you're going to complete whatever your objective tasking is, and then you're going to move off the objective. So as soon as your tasks are complete, how long should it take you to get off objective?
5 minutes.
That's even a stretch. So as soon as whatever your tasking is, if it's to blow up an ammo cache, as soon as that thing is detonated, all squads should check in so we can start pulling the elements off. And of course, it's going to be assault first, then support, then security. What's the purpose of the security element? Assault and support is pretty self-explanatory, but what does security do?
To secure the infill and exfil from the objective, kind of?
it's not really so much your infill and exfil, it's watching for the QRF. Wherever you sight your security element should have good eyes around the objective. They don't even have to see the objective itself, but they should have good eyes on any likely avenues of approach into that objective from a QRF. That's the big thing you're worried about. That's one of the reasons you're wanting so much speed, is to get in and out before the QRF can arrive. If there's no QRF, do you really need to perform a raid? You can just do an assault, correct? Are any questions on the 8 steps of a raid?
No, you're gonna.
If you have questions, please ask.
I have a question, Gunny.
Send it.
It's a bit of a stretch, but when your talking bar is at zero, is that still audible or is that like muted?
Here, let me show you something. I'm going to go to whisper. I'm going to step back and I'm going to walk toward you. You tell me when you can start hearing me.
To where there's nothing in the bar?
Correct.
Okay. I could very barely hear him. I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you now. God damn, that's quiet.
But you can see you got to be really close for someone to hear you if you're on whisper. I mean,
Right.
typically, if you see me step up to the lieutenant over there, it's because I'm on whisper and I want to tell him something without the rest of you hearing me. And just at that range, you're probably not going to hear me unless I'm speaking really loudly. Did that answer your question?
Yes, Gunny.
Any further questions? All right. 2-1. There's a flagpole off to your north. See it?
Hey, firm.
File out. Go to CRC start.
I'll go grab the mouse quick.
2-1 on me.
2-2 falling behind 2-1. 4-1-2 your last.
4-1
Once you grab the mouse, just fall in at the end of the line, or if you're able, just fill in quickly.
CRC start.
CRRC start.
CRC start.
C start.
As a tongue
Is
twister.
it walk? I see
Yeah,
walk.
walk. Yeah.
Walk. Okay. CRRC walk.
CRC walk.
Forget security northeast. Just get it set up right
Those
now.
of you that are here, you can go ahead and start moving down to the west. You can see the CRCs down
Live
there.
ammo?
Don't forward to them yet.
Start
Just
moving to
hang
the
out down
west.
there.
Copy.
So don't board, but just start
You
heading
might
to
wanna
the west.
Create little formations for fire teams.
Sounds good.
You have to leave Monroe?
We're to the south, going to the south. Wait for, well, just move down there. I'll wait for Hall in a moment.
Okay. Are we live ammo or?
Go down there, go claim a boat, but don't get in it.
Alright.
Are we weapons hot?
I don't know.
Hold on that note.
Actually, I want to stand here.
Hey, Frable, are we hot or cold weapons?
You just said make lines, so just kind of shoot in the front and make a line.
Let's
push all the way down.
Yep, we're waiting
All the
to
way
find
down.
out now.
Copy. Make room for the rest of the platoon.
Huh.
I was.
Hey Rose, I didn't clarify something with
Suppressors
you.
on.
I got my 2 IC kit.
Yep, that's fine. I'm running
Okay.
my
It
was AR with CLS.
Okay, sick. Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
I just
then
have
you're
3
technically-
radios and all that
Alpha,
stuff.
I want you forming up on this second CRRC.
Correct.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Is get you changing his kit because you didn't have the Moz.
Copy.
So now all we need is Rose to push up to squad leader.
Sure, now. Alpha's all here.
Alpha and Trung, you can
Copy.
ASL.
Which boat are you in? I'm here to the beach, gonna get us a boat.
That's hype as fuck.
So, Charlie, how many guys
I'm
you got? 4?
fucking heavy.
It's understandable.
I had to take 4 mags out of my kit that way I wasn't over encumbered.
Best team period.
Okay, that's fine.
yeah.
We'll have we'll skill some
Don't,
on the air. It's fine.
You can sit in the middle.
Oh, our Hearts, where you at?
We're at the second boat down to the right here.
Am I driving?
You're the reference.
Eyes on him. Coming now.
Border, we
Hope
just
you guys
line it
finish
up.
your life insurance form.
Hey Shaq, you'll be with us?
Back to the head of the beach. Back to the head of
Alright,
the beach.
back to Gunny, back to Gunny.
What's up?
Never mind. We're going back to Gunny.
Oh shit, do you actually cancel
Point in left.
Oh shit.
Hey, I probably put them in group. I'll remark them. Yeah.
Yeah, they're in group.
We're heading back. Put them in group. Gunny can't confirm.
Yeah, I can't see anything either.
Lieutenant, can you go ahead and start remarking those while I talk to the guys? Yep. Thank you. All right, as you can see, we have lots of CRCs here. If we need more, I'll spawn more. What we're going to be doing is, the first thing we're going to be doing is going to be practicing formations. Remember, if you're the point vehicle, if you're making a wide turn or any kind of major course correction, let off on the shift key until everyone's back in formation. Then get on the radio and let everybody know you're going back to shift. Let your squad leader know, he'll call it up to platoon, and that way everyone hears it. Any questions on that?
Negative.
What's the formation we're almost always doing when we're doing an amphib landing?
Wedge.
Online.
It's wedge and online. If you have a narrow beach, it's going to be wedge all the way in. If you have a wide beach, which you're not going to have in these two situations, it's going to be online. You want pretty much everyone hitting the beach pretty much right at the same time. Now, in real world tactics, it's a wave attacks on the beach. The first wave lands as soon as everyone's out of the vehicles. They push inland to try to create their security buffer, and then the next wave lands. They push inland, and so on and so forth. We don't really do that in the 15th, so it's going to be one big landing, and everyone pushes at the same time. What I'm expecting you to do is land on the beach and then quickly set up security. I want to hear from the squad leaders, and that means the squad leaders need to hear from all you fire team leaders when the beach is secure. That lets us know as a platoon when we can go ahead and start pushing you off that beach. These are going to be mock landings. We're going to do two different ones. One's going to be hot, one's going to be cold. But I still expect the same radio calls. So what are we going to call as soon as we get on the beach?
Feed dry.
Feed dry.
Right.
And that needs to come from fire team leaders all the way up to platoon, and I'll actually transmit it over 10. And then when we get back in the vehicles, because we're gonna secure the beachhead, then get back in our vehicles and push back offshore. The lieutenant is remarking my group marks, but there's going to be blue line. That's going to be our first, and then there's going to be green line. That's going to be our second. All right, 2-1. By fire team, go ahead and go to the far northwestern rib CRCs and go ahead and get in them.
Go on, let's go.
Alpha, let's go.
Sorry.
All feet wet once everyone's in the CRCs.
Woke up.
Who's in the lead? I can't tell who that is. Call up what CRRC you get.
Alpha, this is Oscar. I'm going to be in your vehicle.
Cloud copy, Oscar. More than welcome to have you.
Alright,
you're
Hall,
driving.
you're driving. Arch, right hand side.
I'm
Doing Charlie, feet wet.
Oh shit, are we gonna get slayed in this bad boy?
I think we're pretty full slid.
No.
Go to the other one, Slade.
Oh no, I didn't want that.
I patched it up, feet wet.
I like that Slade knows where he's gonna
Hey,
swim.
Shaq.
I thought
Alpha, are you feet wet?
There you go.
Grenadier is front.
Alpha's feet wet.
2-1's feet wet.
Hell yeah, we are.
Who's sitting directly behind me?
That's Schuster. You want to swap?
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, it'd be funny. I have binos.
I was trying to use my binos from the middle seat, and I had to like get up on the Swenson's shoulder.
Yeah, you've got.
Actual Alpha, are we locked and loaded, or are we still weapon 4?
Yeah, and you've got a meat shield, so life's good.
Wait, one.
Where are we exactly? Where are we at?
This
We're at
Q run.
Probably no.
Okay, like right here.
081
Oh no, we're right here.
252.
Yeah.
I think it's a no Q run. The second one's a Q run.
So do you want me just to go
No.
straight out here and then,
Two or three.
or do you want me to go like straight for the line?
We're gonna kick
Oh,
towards
yeah,
the T60. Start there, and we'll adjust.
Lock and load.
260. Okay.
Alpha, lock and load.
I know we should leave them on at all.
Yeah.
Shaven, you can make.
I'll
You
just
get,
run towards
we're not
260.
going to be the lead back. We're going to be the far right lane. So
Far right. Okay, sick.
we're going to be far back right.
Did you hear that?
Not
Shaq.
leading.
You know, I doubt we'll be for at least for this one. It won't be.
Make sure
The next
Fabian
one,
has
maybe.
the suppressor on when we do it.
Do you want the center
You here?
Victory checking in.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm not going nowhere.
Fuck it, we ball.
I got a little worried at first because all of our backpacks, like the camel packs, I thought mine just.
Yeah.
Hey, Slade.
Hey,
You're full. Oh.
Yeah, I had somebody to tap me on my damn shoulder.
Check your net.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss.
For some reason, Gunny was talking to us about the CRCs and all. I had somebody tap me on my shoulder twice.
Damn, you got assaulted, man.
Felt good.
Which hills are we going to?
You still got assaulted, even if it felt good, man.
Hang on. Have you been past which LZ we're landing at?
You're okay, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Don't have any suppressor from my loadout.
LZ cat, blue line.
By the way.
Hey, firm. Just wanted to make sure.
I had a question about that. Are we gonna be able to coast?
Don't worry about it.
Red line?
I know.
I'm here to help you.
I know.
Once you're off, I'm not just gonna
Okay, yeah, because I was like, that's
help
pretty
you
hard
out
to
then.
coast.
Alright, okay.
Yeah, it's.
Two will be taking point.
Mono, your point boat.
Yellow line's 200 meters, let off shift. Red line.
Hey, firm, 2-2 taking point.
Correct.
Move out now.
And then once we get close to the
Roger,
shore,
roger.
we can coast.
Yeah, then shut the engine down.
Move it out now.
Roger.
Oh,
Usually
I
there's three
forgot to
lines.
set. Okay, let me. These. Both
Guess we're
here.
on the right side, correct?
No, wait. 2-2's point. 2 is point.
Shit. To take off. You going here, boys?
Form off of 2-2 on their right hand side. We're gonna basically be an echelon right off of 2-2.
Copy. 2-2 Bravo has yet to step off. Are we waiting for them, or are you just gonna go?
Yeah, wait for them.
Copy.
Just shut my engine off, actually.
We're gonna be right hand side of these guys.
4-1-2.
Never mind, that's 4-1-2.
God, I love
These guys right there, go!
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, take it out.
Yeah, follow those guys. Be right hand side of these.
That's just rock. Yeah.
Hey, how do you know the 5 speeds?
The what?
The 5 speeds for this boat.
It's like shift.
You just stay right of these guys right here. Hold
Go
up.
wedge.
And then tap W and then turn off the engine.
Yeah, it's
So hang on,
shift, W, tap, and
Also-
glide.
These guys. Is Alpha forming off of Charlie, or are we forming off of these guys?
Echelon right. Form off of your boat to your left.
Go, 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 go.
Checker. Check, do you know if we're forming
Alpha,
off
we are
of...
forming off of you.
Alpha
Yeah, so-
copies.
That
Okay,
point
so-
Diego, just get up to the right of it. Just
So however to the... Wherever it's to the... That boat that's directly in front of us now, right off our nose, we're gonna be right, like, wedged off of him, basically.
Copy.
it's a narrow wedge, but it's still a wedge.
Go ahead and just hold shift
Alpha,
speed.
you should be shift speed. You are too far from your lead boat.
Relaying it.
We don't know if this is a contested landing or not, so keep your eyes peeled.
Oh yeah, that was one question I should have asked.
No suppressors. Alpha and Charlie, as we make this right turn, go off of shift speed so that 2-2 can form off of on the formation and not get left behind.
When we get ready for this turn, get off of shift speed.
Shift.
Just hold W, hold W.
Got a boolean on my damn monitor.
Just 115.
It's just 115. Maybe that's a 100, 100. That's way too much. This is fine.
Are we shift speed yet or no?
Yeah, shift speed, I would say.
Shift left.
Shift a little more left.
All right, straighten out.
Now straight now. There you go. Go shift speed.
I think we're actually at 90.
Good enough.
Due east. Yeah.
Due east?
Go direct east 090 now.
Copy. We are 090.
All right, coming up in 600 meters, they're going to be taking a right turn.
Copy, right turn. 600 meters.
Once we make that right turn, we'll slow down, but once we get orientated directly 180.
Oh, when we get to the turn, just remember to take it off shift speed. When we'll take a little sharper turn. Just still orient off of the lead boat.
Are we turning online or port?
Now you're going to have to slow way down so they can get in
Starting
front
the
of
turn.
us.
He's sharp turn, sharp turn,
Turn.
sharp turn.
Hold here. Let them get past you.
You're good to go.
All right.
Area 080.
Get a little more space. Yep, there you go. A little more, and there you go. Now go shift.
Copy.
Orient us like 183. There you go.
183.
Orient us a little bit more to the right. They keep on, they're drifting our way.
Shift speed.
Shift speed if you're not already shift speed.
I am.
Our direction's going to be 237 on this turn.
Copy.
Alpha, make sure you don't overtake 2-2.
Copy. I'll lower it back just to W speed for a moment. Hold it. Just hold W for now. Alright, shift speed.
Approaching LZ Cat in 1.5 kilometers.
Landing is go. Let's get ready to form online.
Be ready to get online with center boat on yellow line.
Online.
Get online. Alpha's getting online.
Oh, they are way behind them.
Lead boat's not getting off at shift speed, it appears. Just hold W now.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
There you go. Yep, wait up for them.
You want me to get prepared with my smokes?
Get your smokes ready, we aren't taking fire yet. I'll just stay online with these boats.
Stand by for F-32 smoke on the beachhead.
Holly just left.
650 meters.
That's too
Go,
far out.
223.
600 meters.
Hey, let me know when we get to about 350.
500 meters. $400.
Is he shift speeding in?
Compressed with smoke.
You're just a
350.
little more right. Just 227.
Remember to call feet dry.
You're just more to the right, don't get in their lane.
Slow down,
Yep,
slow
right
down.
there. Yep, hold this, this is fine. Don't hit us on the rocks. Whoa.
Good drive.
Yep, it's good. Get up,
Alright.
out. Alpha feature.
Damn good landing job, if you ask me.
Alright, Alpha one's
Charlie, call feet dry. 2-1 Charlie, feet dry.
Moving.
2-1, set up security facing west.
Let's get security southwestern at this time.
Call when this is secure.
Alpha's secure. Do you want us to keep pushing inland?
Push inland about 50 meters, but when your sector is secure, call up.
Push a little bit more, and then we'll call up we're ready.
Get eyes up over this ridge line if we can.
Let's push up to this ridge line, see if we can see over it. Let's get a wedge going. Hall, you be point, I'll be left hand side, I'll be right.
Copy.
Yeah, just form off of these
Really
guys for now, and we'll start pushing more west here in a moment. Hall, start pushing 240.
240, copy.
Pushing to the structures, bearing 24, correction, 190.
Push 260 now at this time. We're gonna try to link up with
Charlie, what's
Charlie.
260, copy.
Once we get to the road, we're gonna form up off Gunny.
Okay, let's just hold here at this rock structure. Hold here, hold here. So you're holding security west.
Gunny, he's on the
Alpha,
south
form
side of
up
the structure.
of Gunny, he's going to be on the south side of this structure over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna teleport them.
2 on all here.
Oh, did the chunklets not make it?
Everyone just school circle on me. All right, that looked really good, gentlemen. Y'all did the turns really well. We did have a hot beach we were going to do next, but we're kind of running short on time because we still have to train on raids. But that looked pretty good. Lieutenant, did you have any comments?
Negative. Looked all good on my end.
Beach landing. I mean, pretty much everyone was hitting the beach within a couple of seconds of each other. Security people started pushing out away from the beach really quickly. You didn't have any vehicles to protect. Now, of course, if it's an ACV that you're landing with, you're going to want to set up temporary security around that vehicle. And then if there's no contact, start pushing off and establishing that security buffer. Any questions on CRC usage? Because I'm guessing in this deployment, we're going to be using them quite often.
Negative from 2-1.
Gunny, I've got a question for 4-1.
Send it.
What's the SOP on DCRCs after we dismount them? Are we leaving them where they are, or would that order come down permission from yourself and Lieutenant?
It's going to be permission. More than likely, we're not going to backpack them just because it's going to put everybody at a walk. If we have some sort of vehicles, then we'll load backpacks into the vehicles with CRCs in it. If you don't know what this map looks like, think of a river delta. There's lots of big rivers and little creeks and everything we're going to have to cross. Sergeant Hodos?
This is just something that I remember seeing in the past. If we have a spot where there's a sandbar or anything in the river, pack the CRC, carry it to the other side, unpack it. We've had many a time where they have blown up or just destroyed themselves trying to get them across those.
Yeah. But all of that will be mission dependent. If that's what we need to do for that particular mission, but that'll be mission dependent. You should get that from the task force briefing. Any further questions on CRCs? All right, 2-1. There's a flagpole right behind you. Go to raid training start. I believe is what it's called.
1, move out.
4-1 on me.
If you need to resupply, there's resupply boxes in the
We
lighthouse.
have
Run
run start, LZ cat, LZ dog, catfish perch. I'm assuming it's run start, Gunny. Oh,
Does not say raid.
It says
There's raid walk, Gunny, but there's no raid
Raid
start.
walk. Raid walk.
Raid walk.
Raid walk. Raid walk.
Oh.
Hello, everyone.
You want to call on all through?
There's boxes in here.
Charlie's all present.
It is 2 smokes.
Boxes are in here if you need them.
I'm just gonna grab a stand egg.
M32 is needed.
Can't use these boxes.
Nope.
BFC Hall is going to be AFK for a minute.
Okay, I'll need to replace them then.
I saw the red thing and I was like, ooh, explode. You've been playing too much Persona. Yeah. 120 hours.
I'm gonna put the boxes down around the beach.
Only 120.
This box
Goes back at full strength.
I just downloaded 3.
This box fucked.
Stay away from the beach. These boxes might explode.
I'm gonna go back and get this guy.
I'll teleport him.
If you need any resupplies in the building or boxes.
All right, those boxes in the building do not work. Get away from them. There's boxes down on the beach. Use those.
Where is he? Where is he?
Thing or reslot. Boxes down by the beach. Remember patch integrity.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that ever again. It's only because I just came back.
M32 is reloaded.
All right, once you're done with getting your resupply, form up on me, school circle.
Resupply.
You got your kit.
Yeah, I got one.
When you're done.
If you're resupplying, Fabian, bring a suppressor.
Am I good? Am I
Sir,
good?
por favor.
I have a suppressor on.
Okay, did you shoot any ammo?
No.
Negative.
Just go grab a
Okay, yeah,
suppressor.
you don't have it in your inventory. Just go back up there.
Whether you use it or not, you can have it in your inventory.
Alright.
Copy.
It's a unit standard though. They don't have it in the backpack.
Hey, at least I remember that, right?
Alpha's all set.
That's our paying. You're in earshot.
Affirm.
You're going to be splitting your team. One team's going to be going with 2-1. One team's going to be going with 2-2 for this next exercise.
Gunny, we've only got one team, four packs plus the corpsman and myself.
All right, then you'll be filling in with 2-2.
Copy.
They're the shorter squad. All right, so this next part, each one of the squads is going to be planning their own raid. Reference your map. You'll see we're down at Raid Walk. 2-1, you're going to be performing a raid on Objective Catfish. You see that?
Affirm, Gunny.
Affirm.
2-2, you're going to be performing a raid on Objective Perch. This is going to be MCOM. This is where me and myself and the lieutenant are going to be invisible and along your route. If we hear you, we're going to throw red smoke at you. That lets you know that you're being too loud. Now, these are going to have virtual targets on them. These are very small objectives, but I want you to set up your elements. I want you to set up your ORP, everything we talked about in the crawl portion. So you can go ahead and split up, go down to Whisper, and go ahead and start making your plans. I would like to see 2 ICs and 3 ICs, and I'm talking about not squad leaders and ASLs. I'm talking about your 3 IC fire team leaders doing the plan. ASL and squad leaders assist them as needed. You squad leaders and ASLs can pick who you're going to have do that. But go ahead and separate, start making your plan. I will be with 2-1. Lieutenant, can you be with 2-2? Okay.
Team leaders,
But separate a little bit so you can make your plans, do your plans in group chat, please.
Yep. Gonna do 1-4-1.
I guess
Stick around and hold security.
Stay here.
Hey,
They didn't call for you.
If you see something
I was just gonna go down
egregious,
towards
go
the
ahead,
beach,
but you're
so
going to have a
another way.
lieutenant with 2-2 anyway.
Fair enough.
This is 2-2 over here, right?
All right, 4-1. If you want to listen in 2-2.
Hey, do you even have a second radio?
South will listen in.
What's up?
Do you have a second radio?
You want to try?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, do you have it set to 3-1?
Yeah, let's go up here, I guess.
Negative. We can do that.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Actually, let's go down to the
Now
beach.
you're
Will
the
there be what?
2SC right now, so you can set that to 3.
Yeah, there'll be virtual targets you guys are going to have to kill.
So it's going to be
This
a
is still walk,
contested
so it's not going
beach.
to be actual AI. Okay, that's fine. Correction, use side chat for your markers.
Oh, I see. Get us a route from our raid walk.
Okay, so we just have to head west.
Who's planning this?
That would be Christensen and.
Yep, copy that.
So you said we're the security element?
Yeah, I actually think we'll find out when he gets back.
You've got two machine guns, 4 of us, but moving together as one unit.
Yeah, so my big worry on this one is they've got a post right off to the east of Objective Catfish at 124. It looks to be a hardened structure over there. If we're coming from Raid Walk, I mean, this overlord doesn't really offer us much more benefit than this over here does. I would rather get on the beach, get feet dry, and actually start pushing sooner than we get over here.
Just for information purposes, you're going to be expelling by CRCs as well.
Probably what elevation is Perch at?
Somewhere around here.
Appears to be around 90 to 100 compared to 130 or 148.
Sitting up on a ridge line up in those hills.
Gotta fix
Objective
it.
Catfish actually sits in saddle
Correct.
between 183 and 124.
Let's do.
So if we're coming from this way, the first thing I'd want to do is establish security up on 124.
Hey, does your
105 is Perch.
does your backpack on chest work?
Wait, what?
Does your backpack on chest work?
It should.
Okay.
Hey, guys, this is right. What's the first?
I just want to make sure.
The elements. What is this security doing?
So we can have 412 at best. We can
See.
Yeah, if you're performing a raid,
Okay,
there's
sweet.
a QRF. Otherwise, you'd be doing an assault.
And then how much weight do you have, or how much weight are you carrying?
Check. Right now, I am sitting at 73.32 pounds.
Coming in from Vicos from the north. Okay. The first thing we want to do is try and cut that off then.
There's not a lot of higher terrain. Yeah, exactly. What we're expecting.
You have room for a Maz rocket?
Head over,
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Should be able to carry.
Intermediate area.
I only have one. I just have like 96 fucking pounds on me right now, so I can
Yeah.
sprint for like 2 seconds.
Alright, so we'll just do.
Let me open your fucking backpack.
And let me over to that cable tie one that somebody gave me. Just load it.
I've marked possible
There we go.
QRF routes.
Yeah.
Do you still have enough sprint?
I'm at 79.32 pounds now. Should be able to
Okay.
quickly find out.
Quick reaction force.
Yeah, good.
Just enough so you can break contact.
Oh yeah, I can.
If
Yeah,
you-
definitely.
Okay. Yeah, that was the problem before. Like I could sprint for like 2 seconds.
Gentlemen, go join your squads. You shouldn't be just standing out here all by yourselves. That goes for all of you. Join your squads.
Yeah, it's just us.
Make a suggestion.
Even though you're not part of the planning, you can always offer.
Possibly setting up SBF along this
that ridge. Yeah, I like that. I think that's going to be our best bet. It's the closest thing to it, but still, we still have the high ground. It's a good 70 meters higher.
What are you doing the assault element over here then?
Yeah, I think that would make sense. We'd have some foliage for our infill, kind of cut through the trees through here.
That's not where assault will come from.
Assault will come from over here.
Assault will come from the L here, right?
Assault could also come this way.
Okay, alright, we'll do that then. That'll be our
Come what way? Try it again.
You got 6 more minutes to plan, gentlemen.
It's not a direct 90, but it's not directly in line either.
I kind of like the assault coming from over that way, just because they have foliage cover, and that'll set up our L, kind of blacking off like that.
That's cool. So we're gonna have security here, SPF here, and assault somewhere in here.
He's not there.
I wouldn't even
can't be. Right? It would not have eyes on that.
Right.
No, I would have them start climbing in the backside.
Yeah, I mean,
That QRF would be on objective catfish before they could see it. If anything, we need to get security to like hill 49, 59, something in that area. We could
Is there a
hook them
reason why
around
we
and
can't have the security element? Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Security
Yeah.
support.
You've got if
set
your
up our
security's
landing.
posted on this hill, they've got to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's call it 700, 800 meters.
before they can actually engage.
They're split up between the two different teams.
Yeah.
Well,
Christian,
no,
what
they're
do you
sorry. They're just with you two.
What do you think about kicking near like 100, kind of keeping the security off to this side?
So then just doing this, wrapping around then?
Yeah, giving it a good old just wrap around to the west side.
Alright. Any other
We can station.
Alright, good shit.
Yeah, around here.
Take care of all this, Ricky-tick.
Security here. Assault element somewhere in here. SPF there.
Yeah. I think this would probably be a decent game plan. Kind of pushing towards that way.
That's about assault ground loader.
Just it should be AP.
Just not right on top of it. They're on Whisper. I mean, you
I'd also recommend adding some more RPs along the
Okay, draw a route.
and security elements routes.
Set
just
up
so they can check
rally
in with
points,
the squad
control
leads
points,
or
ORP,
platoon if we're
all
running
of
with
that.
platoon.
Yeah, we can throw in.
Okay, cool.
Right.
Throw one at the breakpoint here.
Throw one at the breakpoint, throw one halfway up to B.
Rally point here on these compounds probably.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good control point.
Yes.
What is the control point? Or what is the ORP?
Observational.
Everything look
Where
good?
we split. So So set up where the SBF security. So the other thing I'm going to say is security has to set first. So we are going to be hunkered down, waiting for security to hoof it. 1.5 clicks. So just something to keep in mind.
Yep, make sure it's on. Make sure your ammo's good.
You don't have to push them out that far though. You can bring them into the trees. They like right in here.
Put it around here.
They just got to be able to watch this road, you know.
We'll make LZ.
We'll wrap that in a little bit then.
One of 2-2's teams. RP Goldfish will break off, set off SPS at bats.
Put your security team 150 meters away from the objective. Just
done. I will
virtual targets for
Alpha. So why
You're gonna want to put them like more over here.
Yeah, I don't know if we can move them any closer without getting right onto the objective.
Security plus is going to be the base area that you kind of figure out where they want to be depending on the situation. They don't have to.
Yeah.
2241, I'm gonna teleport out there. I'll be invisible.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put myself in a couple positions. If I hear you from far away, you're gonna get red smoke.
All right, I need a route
red
from
smoke
the LZ.
thrown on
Let's
you.
go.
So
We're
let's make sure
running
not
out of time.
that means whispers and not be giving away our position.
You want to cut right through the road?
Yeah, we're gonna right along this. Unless if you want to go right across road.
Yeah, I think just going straight, staying off the road. But I mean, the ground looks pretty flat, so we should be able to just walk alongside. Probably at the RP. I mean, what? Set the ORP somewhere around like 117086. Somewhere in this area.
Yeah, that works.
How do you mark up the ORP, Sergeant Swenson?
Just with a dot.
Gotcha.
Place a date. A dot rather.
Make sure to grab his suppressor.
You know what time this will be at?
Load up.
That's good.
Again?
What time will this be at?
Split.
Right now. I mean, we're not going to change time.
Copy.
It's going to be daylight raid.
Yeah.
You think push through that compound, Rose, off there to the west side?
I believe so. I don't think there's going to be one there.
So what I would say is I would put another RP somewhere around here.
Mm-hmm.
And so your assault and your security element can both push up to there. And then your assault element just waits there until security says they're in place and SBF is in place. Now what you need to do is you have your 3 different elements set up. Now you need to put 2 RPs somewhere near each one of those. So they have and make it in 2 different directions. That way if they get hit, they have places they can fall back to. You already have 1 next to your SBF and 1 next to your APE, but you need 2 for your security element and 1 more for your APE, your assault element, and your security element.
I mean, if I was going to have the security fall back, I'd want that Hill 183. Just establish dominance on that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Move it.
All right, gentlemen, go ahead and man your boats. You can continue your plant. You can continue marking the map and stuff while you're en route.
Copy.
Remember, I'm going to be down there invisible. If I hear you, I'm going to throw red smoke at you.
Understood.
Come.
Go with 2-1.
What I put in group.
I think I always thought there was up in the front.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Peek what? Two on push out. Alright, Alpha push out.
I think
we were supposed to bring Adler with us.
We had no room.
We don't have room in this or anything, though.
No, they don't either.
Are we supposed to bring Adler with us?
Son of a bitch. Alright, I'll pull off the side so Adler can get in.
There's no room. It's a 5-man boat.
Just don't beat your shit.
Should
Get on
be
the blue line. We'll
teleported.
push
Get on
out.
the blue line.
She'll be teleported.
Alpha
Copy.
copies.
Charlie as point.
We're gonna form left side of Charlie.
Charlie, they're gonna be point.
Smoke's ready.
Shift speed.
Actual, who are we going to have as our security element since we only have pretty much 2 fire teams?
You can have the corpsman there alone. Sure that will work well.
I'll go with you, buddy.
We are going to send one guy from each team to be security. Let's send an auto rifleman and preferably the Moss gunner.
Alpha copies. Paul, you're not gonna
Be with us, you're gonna be a security team marked on map.
Copy.
Just about debrief you when we land.
And better.
Have Alpha at correction Charlie as the assault element and Alpha as the port by fire.
Alpha copies.
Parts were gonna be the support.
Port by fire.
Yeah, I heard him.
Right turn.
Left hand turn.
Turn facing direct west.
We're still gonna be.
The echelon left, so just get that distance behind until we're online.
Just let me know when we have to use smoke.
1.5.
I'll let you know. We should run them.
Gone.
Actual Alpha.
Put every suppressor's on for this raid until we get to positions.
Suppressors
On until we get to assault positions and SBF positions.
We're going to simulate security, so disregard on splitting up.
Disregard on
You going home, we're just going to simulate security.
Form online.
Alright, form online.
Continue shift speed, we're going to form up off of Charlie, keep the same distance, just keep going exactly straight.
Just keep going.
Shift speed until we catch up with them. Just go to W now.
Alright, go back to shift, go back to shift.
In effect, MCON in effect, off of shift speed.
Hey, just hold W, just hold W.
MCON
In effect.
Give it the
Tap it in.
taps.
Okay, with a couple more tappity tap taps. Once we get off, we'll get into a wedge haul point. Hearts right, me right, hearts left. Just coast.
Off.
And get out.
Perfect landing, boys.
Alpha feet dry. Dry.
Really feet dry.
I'll get set up security to the northwest.
Okay, let's start pushing off the beach.
Hello, Outer. Get the fuck out of me.
Wait, hold right here.
Trying to be children in the cornfield?
Hearts. Make sure you're on Whisper.
And here's somebody.
Okay, go to Whisper.
Get out, form a wedge. Charlie Point.
Charlie pushing out west.
Forming up off of Charlie, wedge, left-hand side. They're moving off now. 260.
Yeah, sorry about that. I thought it was. I said it right when after we took off.
I'll get some more space between us and them. Shift more left. Get more to the left of Hall.
If we hit RP cool name, we're gonna form secure 360 and hold. We're gonna simulate security stepping off.
Alpha, we're gonna go to RP cool name, which is gonna be these buildings up here to the northwest 294 area. We're gonna simulate security breaking off, and then we're gonna break off to our positions. Now. Across the street.
Set.
We're gonna get 360 security.
Set.
Alpha, let's get northeast security. Never mind, they got northeast security. Let's get northwest security. Alpha has northwest security set.
Charlie set.
This is security moving out. Stand by for SBF team to go up. And once you're there, we'll send the assault team along their way.
Alpha copies.
SBF, go ahead and move.
SPF moving. Move up to the north, get to our SPF positions, follow blue line on map. Same formation as before. Make sure we're not seeing them counts on effect.
You want to switch it over to HE or down smoke?
With us guys, so just make sure you her as well.
in and out.
Down to Croucher, you're nearing the SBF position.
The assault element, let's go ahead and push along blue line just shy of our P-Epic name.
Is on objective, you should see virtual targets and such.
Let me switch over to HE or stay on Smith.
Roger that, Charlie, let's push.
This time once you get to position.
Say again?
Once we get into position.
Exactly is our objective, because all I see are trees.
Northwest.
We can use get off the road
area, see if we can try to get eyes on.
Going to 288.
SBF position, but no eyes on objectives. Trying to switch, trying to maneuver to get eyes on.
Actual copies.
Let's switch, let's keep peeling to the west, see if we can get better eyes on, boys.
Yeah, I think I got some eyes on buildings right 315.
Position. Pressers once you're in a position. Then SBF is in position.
On the objective.
Christian wants to range to the down there.
Wait one, we're getting objective bracketed for M32 launch.
Hey, firm.
The Charlie's still on route. Assault point.
200.
Got movement 312 out far past the trees there.
50. The porta potties is exactly 200 meters.
Christian, you see the guys out there 319 behind past the road, other side of the road, and towards down the road.
Acknowledge them. I told you they're 250.
Let's push a little far off.
About those, do you have eyes on those guys that just crossed the street or no?
But they didn't have permission to engage. I'm checking. I'm looking at another guy though. He's running down 315. Engage. If we have eyes.
Fire, hold fire. I will start med minute. The key, when you hear me shoot, that's when we start shooting.
Okay, I see one guy at 3 dead in front of me.
Zero.
He's moving southwest up down there.
So this is actual on 3-1. How copy? Off suppressors, you are SBF.
I'm already set and done.
We're approaching RP Epic name. Stand by for the mad minute.
Christian, the guys are moving up towards us right now.
Guys, we have a patrol moving to our location. Expedite if able.
Need to mount suppressors and take them out.
Don't shoot unless I shoot.
It's one of these guys on the forehead. That's how close they are.
Unless they shoot you, don't fucking shoot. Each of the porta potties are 200 meters though, so these guys that are in the middle of the streets are only 250. To the northwest, I don't think they saw us. They're just doing a roaming 360 of the perimeter.
Yeah, I got eyes on one guy next to the porta potties right now.
The minute you guys see that objective, let me know.
This objective is going to have porta-johns and sandbags and tires. It's not a big objective. It looks pretty small.
Eyes on, Charlie, hold. Confirm you have eyes on objective.
Minute.
Mad minute begin.
Shooting, just start lane hate.
The push. Minute up.
Come on shooting.
Check grenade. Charlie's within 100 meters.
Arch, do you really think you're going to distract the enemy with a suppressor?
Charlie, say again, what's your distance to the objective?
Suppressor up.
Big M, 100 meters, over.
There you go.
He's holding off HE.
Compound.
Just stick to small arms.
Orange smoke out, shift fire.
Hold shift fire, shift fire, shift fire.
Has eye on friendlies.
On north, watch our flanks, make sure we don't get snuck up on now.
Objective.
The northeast.
Northwest. Good shit.
Set up Pacey 180 northeast.
Up.
360.
Report.
All green and on HE.
But is green, 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 red on HE for M320.
312 in the trees, SBF, light it up.
2, light it up in the trees.
What direction?
2, in the trees.
SBF, go ahead and light it up. Reconsolidate down on Catfish.
Go down to the objective, start moving down in the wedge, Hall Point, I'll be left-hand side, Hart's right-hand side.
Wait for
An AR.
Alright, go ahead and form up on
Civilian.
gunny.
Alpha's all here.
All right, so who saw the red smoke?
I did.
You did?
I saw it.
Well, you need to get your eyes checked because I didn't throw any. So I kept teleporting out in front of you guys. I let your formations run right through me 7 times. I didn't hear a peep. Nothing. Now, there was a couple of things. You had 2 people out of your SBF that still had their suppressors on during the Mad Minute. I went up and informed them to take those suppressors off. So make sure that if you're on the SBF, your whole purpose, the purpose of you being there is to distract the enemy. So you want to be as loud as possible once the Mad Minute starts. A good use on orange smoke. Let the SBF know that you're, because I didn't hear you on the radio, but I'm sure it's on squad net. Yeah, you talking about down here? Yeah, that was orange.
Yeah.
But other than that, you guys were your MCON was great. I heard Swinson one time, but he was literally within a couple of meters of me, and he was giving orders to everybody. But even he was pretty quiet. I was on the beach where you guys made your landing. The only thing I heard was one of your boats was gunning the engine and letting off the throttle over and over again to get up on the beach. I was hearing that, but other than that, I didn't hear your approach at all. Of course, I could see you, but that it is what it is during the day. It's a great job on your stealth. As far as the planning is concerned, I know you guys were using your squad net for a lot of this, and that's perfectly fine because it was a squad size movement. But make sure when you're planning out to take into account how long it's going to take for these different elements to get into place. Because 30, I know you did a 30-second simulation for security to get into place. That would have probably taken a good 5 minutes for them to get over there, if not more.
Of course.
But other than that, there wasn't a whole lot here. If you ever do have to do a raid as a squad, which believe me, I will be bitching someone out if they decide to do a raid with a squad. Make sure you take into account the fact that it's going to take a long time to get there, and your very small numbers. That's why these objectives are so small. But other than that, I don't really have anything. Swinson, you have anything?
Nothing at this level. We'll debrief kind of the planning of it after the fact. But for time's sake, no, we have nothing at this level.
And I tried to make these a little easier. Honestly, doing a raid on open ground is much harder because you're not going to have any cover or concealment. It's going to be very hard for you to sneak up on the enemy. As far as I could tell, I was down here when you guys were doing your final movements. I didn't have a clue. The only thing I can gig you guys on at all is those 2 suppressors on the SBF. But that's just, things like that are going to happen. Make sure if you're the fire team leader or whoever's in charge of the SBF, go around and check your guys, make sure they're in good positions, everything else. You have that time while the other elements are getting into place. Go ahead and rearm at the boxes over near the teleport pole, and it's right on the objective marker. And then once you're done rearming, go back to stand by. I don't know if you're going back to MCAS Scribe or somewhere else.
Copy, rearm.
12.
Yeah, I actually brought up the whole.
Where do you want 2-1 teleporting to?
Yeah, I appreciate that, Adler.
Before the fact, and surprised 2 still had their suppressors on.
Copy that.
Were the individuals in Alpha that had their suppressors on?
Copy that. Copy.
Hang on. Who was it?
Yeah. I actually even called it up on 12 if you heard me, Kenny,
yeah.
about the suppressors. Yeah.
Adler.
Yeah.
Were the 2 individuals that had suppressors on in Alpha?
They were SBF, so yes.
It was Hall and Hearts.
Because I sent it up to 12 to send to you because I tried getting your attention just by where I was close to you, but you couldn't hear me.
Yeah, no, I called it up over my fire team net, so it's just...
Yeah, no, it was...
2-1 copies.
Fire team lead, I am armed and ready to go.
Does anyone here not have MBGs in their fucking inventory?
Put them on right now, because this will be at night. This is a bag check. Nods on. Let's go. It's Hall AFK.
Oh. He might be.
This will be at night. When we are finished here, we're gonna push through to the run start. Make sure you get off of the teleporter so we don't come in on top of anybody else.
Yeah, do it by fire team, please.
Yeah, affirm.
Charlie, go first.
Yep, Charlie, you set?
Good to go. Sorry.
Charlie, go ahead and push through. Run start.
Run start.
Sunglasses off.
I'll take those off once I get there.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
I gotta take off my
Alpha,
aviators.
just or Charlie rather. It's in your inventory.
Oh, NVGs
Next to your
sunglasses off.
helmet. All right, Charlie, go and push through. Let's go.
Going.
Run start.
No, we're in start Alpha.
Run start.
That is a 2-1 fin, and it will remain a 2-1 fin.
Ooh.
It may have been our boat that was going because I don't know. Like,
Alpha's all through.
I was told to do it that way. Maybe it's louder. I gotta do more testing.
2-1 is at run start.
Actually, are we still in MCON or are we able to lift it at this time?
You're fine for now, but
The actual run portion will be under MCON.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be on the
Somewhere up in the middle, right here.
March 2 altar.
Go ahead and form up on the south side of this little barge.
Form up on the south side. Get one boat.
Spacing.
Couldn't tell you.
I thought 2-2 was already over here, but apparently they're planning on land. All right, 2-1, go and get in formation in front of me.
Let's get into a line, Alpha.
Just form a line. It doesn't need to be by team. Just form the line.
All right, do any of you have any questions over anything we've covered so far? Now's a good chance to do it. You're going to be briefed on the actual run portion here in a second.
No questions.
Somebody pop up with any question, even if it's a small one.
There are no dumb questions.
Never pop on 1-2. I'm reading you broke though.
Is 2-1 Charlie the assault for this? Or 2-1, I mean?
We will...
You'll be briefed on that in a minute.
All right, roger.
2 actual 2 pop on 12.
I can't even hear him on 12, to be honest.
You don't hear me on 12?
I can hear you.
I don't hear Axel.
Yeah, I heard him really broken just a second ago. I haven't heard from him since.
I didn't even hear him a second ago.
Here, let me teleport over near him. I'll be back.
I mean, you could put me as a relay.
Nah, no need.
Do my job.
That gun is gone. Everyone jump in the water.
Great idea.
Swim party, boys.
Do my job before I leave, and he tells me to.
Super quiet, Adler. Can't hear you.
I said the one time that I could possibly do my job as a relay, and he says no before I leave. God damn it.
Oh, wow, this feels dangerous somehow.
That's a bummer then.
Go walk.
Like
Yep.
nuances.
I am so fucking scared.
Besides the drone. By the way, Fenrir's coming
Just
with me.
stay
so
on
no more
walk
Fenrir.
and
Do you want to line on us the 2-1 or?
Guess who's late?
Oh, fuck.
For those that didn't hear, Fenrir's coming with me, so no more Fenrir in the platoon. Fenrir's coming with me.
British guy.
Oh.
Where the fuck is 2-2?
What the fuck?
Why not do push it a little bit forward so we don't push 4-1 off the deck?
No.
No, do it. It'd be funny.
That is true, but
You
not
smell
today.
nice, Christensen.
Thank you.
What is that? Blueberry haze?
It'll be whatever you want it to be.
Strawberry bomb.
Swap.
Strawberry
I got
bomb.
this. I got this new PBSC. You ever heard of it? Oh, right, fall.
What is it?
Peanut butter Girl
What's
Scout
up?
cookie. Shit slaps.
And you can keep that for yourself.
Hearts, what is your billet? I'm curious.
Who's talking?
Fall behind you. What's your billet?
Your
Your MOS, not your billet.
Aside, give some space for my fire team.
That's your MOS. What's your billet?
You got like an M4, and I'm like, huh?
I'm a rifleman, but I'm Bravo tonight. Back. End up with Alpha.
So wait, how come you can use? Are we technically allowed to use the M4?
M4
Grenadier,
yes.
Oh, M4 with 203. Yes, I see.
Oh, it's cringe. Use the MP20.
The 320 is a better grenade launcher, if you ask me.
320.
Time
Stand by for time change.
Time change.
Alright, it's fine.
Let's go.
Fucking hold on to your assholes.
I'm scared of the dark.
So you're obviously you're the
Bolting.
The fuck?
We are.
Time change.
That's so funny.
Copy.
You got the manpower.
Doesn't
Reference the map.
Hold on, let me put my goggles on.
Yeah, take that fucking strobe off.
Oh shit.
Alright, so
There we go.
I mean, obviously you see the LZ, the RPs, and the RP. At the RP, you're gonna split off, follow the yellow path, all the way up to RP safe. At that point, it's up to you which path you want to take. If you want to go white or blue, there's some patrols that are scattered to like the southwest, not southwest, southeast of like the white path, which kind of might be close to some patrols. So it's gonna be your call on which path you want to. So yeah, there's some patrols southeast of Objective Thunder. Really, it's CT location, so they got radio towers. It's basically drone logistics. They're launching drones out of there. There's a checkpoint at 041204. That's kind of outside the objective. You shouldn't need to really worry about that. You have to. But you're really gonna focus on the complex. You know, that's Objective Thunder, and then like the pair of buildings to the north.
Copy. What's actions on objective? Like, what are we just?
Yeah, unfortunately, I think it's a combination of internet and
Demo radio towers, and then site exploit.
Copy.
Blush.
Does anybody
Did you brief everyone or no?
Kind of just going over the cut and dry. If you want to go more in deep.
You have demo.
All right, gentlemen. If you open up your maps, we'll do a quick brief before we step off. We're conducting an assault on Objective Thunder. We've
That's what we got my spare
LZ
for. Go to the other
Freedom
end.
marked up to our northwest, which will be the landing zone for all three squads. Once we our feet dry, we're gonna move as a platoon along the red path towards ORP start. At that point, 2-1 would be breaking off south, following the route mark. You don't need to follow it exactly, kind of adjust as needed. And 4-1 and 2-2 will be breaking off north to set up security and the SBS. The objective itself, from the intel that we have, we're dealing with contacts directly within it. We've got some watchtowers on the western wall that will be looking out towards the valley as well. We're looking for essentially big generators with radar or dishes on top of them that they're utilizing for their movements and drone operations within the area. We have an expected QRF from the north at the castle, which the 2-2 security element will be hoping to cut off. We do have a checkpoint pretty much of the objective just to the north of Objective Thunder along the dirt road. That checkpoint is active as far as the intel that we have. For team leads and squad leaders, if you check your C-tab, we have conducted IRS, and we do have some C-tab markers that are fairly accurate for reinforced squad size element patrolling the area. C-tab marker 1244 will be southeast of 2-1's position and movement, so take note of that. Try to not get in contact and bypass them if possible. 2-2 and 412 will most likely be running into C-tab marker 1245 at Hill 275. We'll have to engage, overcome them to set up the security element. They may be moving down towards our ORP start, so be prepared, keep an eye out for any kind of patrols coming towards us. The rest of them, 1245 to the north of the objective, is the checkpoint marker, and the rest of them are contacts within as spotted. LT or Papa, do we have any intel on timing for the QRF reaction? If they're still here.
Roger.
Lieutenant?
Paper.
Do we have any time for the QRF reaction time?
QRF reaction time, given the distance, you're probably going to look at, once you get detected, they will probably be en route in 5 minutes. And then, you know, traveling that about 2 kilometers or so, you're probably looking at about another 5 minutes. So once you get detected, you're probably looking at about having 10 minutes on site.
Copy. Leaders, that's for you. Once we get detected, send it up the chain of command, whatever engagement you get into. From there on, we have 10 mics to complete our objective and secure the objective position as well. For the lower enlisted, once you're an objective, especially for the guys in 2-1, look for any kind of intel. There will be most likely intel left around we need to collect. If you find any, send it up your COC and collect them for later investigation. All right, questions or comments? 2-1?
Yeah, so are we just looking for intel, or are we there to destroy that facility?
Primary objective is to destroy the C2 installations, the radio towers, UAV controllers, generators. Secondary is if you do find any intel. It's something you should always be keeping an eye out, as we never know when that might be available.
2 copies. So if we could get a box, my apologies, we're running things a little non-standard as far as who's running teams, and so my team leaders don't have demo currently.
Roger.
We weren't aware we were assault until we were on this march.
Demo off to 2.
Or if we can just take it from 2-2, that'd
Roger.
be awesome.
And we'd like to have claymores for security.
Okay. 2-2, any questions or comments?
There's a box by the teleporter.
Schuster and Christensen, go grab demo.
Sorry, 2-2, was that nothing from yourself?
No, nothing.
All right. Questions or comments from anyone else? PSC JAA Hall.
In regards to MCON, should we find the need to fire off a launcher like an AT-4 or a MAWS, can we raise our volume to let everyone know to clear the backblast?
Affirm. If you get into a situation that you've got to use AT-4, then most likely by the time you fire it, everyone will know you're there anyways. So you can go loud and speak to those around you.
Once we go loud, MCOM is lifted at that point. As long as you're in an element that has been compromised or you're making your point known. 4-1, they go loud on purpose. They distract the enemy. The assault squad should remain MCOM and quiet as possible while they're on their maneuvers. If you go undetected, that's going to be the best. But if you guys do end up going loud, feel free to release any HE munitions as you see fit, but generally it's going to be the support element and the security element, if they do need to act as a blocking force, that's going to be going loud.
Solid
Okay.
copy.
With that, I think there's no other questions or comments. Lieutenant, we're clear to load up?
Yep, clear to load off. Let us know when you guys got feet wet. Gunny's going to be running the platoon.
All right, 2-2, load up. Grab the middle boat.
First 2 boats.
Grab the center 2.
Alright, Monroe, you get the
If they're
shooter.
not on.
You're gonna be
Do
Papa.
nothing.
On the edge.
Just head down past 4-1.
I mean, you're still gonna be a 4-1-2, but still.
Let's go find
Hodos, you got
that
Oh,
one.
Bob, go ahead and
You're
just
gonna have to
find
get right
an
on the
seat
edge.
somewhere.
What?
Think of it. Where is the guy?
Hey, Rocha?
And then, are we allowed to use?
2-1, are all you fitting in 2 boats?
Firm, we're 2 full boats.
Can you guys drop 2 guys just so we got some seats available for HQ?
A firm, let's go with...
Here, I'll drag one of these boats over close to you so it's not a pain in the ass.
I got 3 boats. Take it.
Yeah. Well, do you want to be separate or in the same boat?
Thank you.
We're all going to the same spot. We just need some seats.
Yeah, copy. My question was, is Platoon HQ all going in this third boat?
No, we do not want to be in the same boat.
Yeah,
We
that's
just
what I
need you
thought.
to
Okay.
grab one person.
Alpha,
Send one guy. Send Hall over to this middle boat.
Hall, go in the middle boat. Hall, go in the
Oh,
middle boat.
I didn't realize he's your rifleman. Disregard. Send Hearts.
Hearts, go in the middle boat. Be the driver. Unless if someone else is the driver. Ready the driver, disregard. You'll be the... Yeah, there you go.
My bitch.
Hearts holding it down.
So they don't feel alone.
Setting my radio, it's being dumb.
Alright, Archer 2, 2-1, you're going to be the point team. 2-2, you're going to be on the right. 4-1, you're going to be on their left. 2-1, go ahead and step it off when ready.
We are point. We're going to have Charlie on point. Rose, you will be the right of the wedge, and Alpha on the left.
We're going to be left side wedge.
Leave it, Charlie.
Step it off, go, go, go.
Just slow down, form up. There should be one boat off of my right. I don't see one.
I'm over here off your right.
Line, driver, go ahead and turn us. Do you have a... Can you see the line? To them, don't give a fuck about the line, we follow off of Charlie. Put down a little bit, I don't know what they're doing. Reminder that MCON is in effect. We should have suppressors on for our movements. So MCON is in effect. Suppressors. If you have not done so. Copies. Suppressors are on. Rest of the platoon. Center boat.
Burnett, Schuster, I can't hear you.
Guys on a
More to the right.
moving north by south, 1.3 clicks, 80.
Put that on the CTAP. Uh, 080. We are clumping up with boats off to our left, and we have plenty of space off to the right. Let's go ahead and tap it in, let's go. Bay of Habo. And push into this little bay. You see we're gonna go around and... Fix your bearing, get in left. Two boats in front of us. Here to east.
Thanks, Sean. The key trip.
Off to the east a little bit off the bay. This formation, it will be 2241221. It's more south than northeast. You're ready to move? I'll let 2-2 step off, then 4-1, then we'll fall in behind the formation on this movement. We are going to have a squad column, fire team wedges. Let's have fire team wedge. Charlie on point. No copies. No, not yet. 2-2's taking point. We're taking rear. Charlie's go stepping off.
Couldn't hear shit. Baby was crying.
1-2 going in front of us as well. We're passing through you now. Charlie, if you want to start moving out. 4-1. For Charlie to move out Alpha before we start moving. And then Charlie's moving through us now. So we're going to be directly behind him in a wedge. Disperse with him. Look for Schuster, and we're going to be, once he gets past, then get some distance, and we'll start moving. Go.
Just passing right here in front of me, right?
Strong's right in front of me.
Booster's on right now in front.
Wait. Zero 70 area. Is in front of you, basically.
Contact passing RP stripes.
These stripes are going to start moving uphill. In front of you. Try to your best to get spacing and keep the formation. RP stripe.
Romeo has reported that there is movement at the ORP, so we will end up holding short. Make sure you don't push past 4-1.
ORP, we're going to be holding short. Make sure you don't push past and we keep the integrity of the formation. Skyline, keep your military skyline. Moving. Halt. But they're to keep on moving up. Don't lose sight of the people in front of us. Security up. Rear security to the west. Alpha is rear security to the west.
At northwest.
Proceed on course, weapons up, eyes up.
People in front of us are gonna move on.
Papa, just to confirm, pushing past 4-1.
Moving.
Patrol is off to the north, about 400 meters, but they will be looping back around. We are looking to get out of the ORP sooner than later, so just keep formations and eyes up.
We have patrols to the north, potentially 400 meters out, so we're gonna try to keep on moving through this location quickly.
Passing Charlie. Hart's under control. He is past Charlie at this point.
Chill. Gun hold.
Maneuvering southeast, bearing 120. We're going to form up on the southeast side of ORP.
Hold up at this RP, we're gonna get the security south.
Control. I went ahead and shacked up on Alpha. Copy.
Is on the south.
Security to the south.
Hey guys, go ahead and get on parts. He should be coming over here. He's gonna go 2-1.
Two and 4-1 have left us to move to their positions. Let's go ahead and set up some 360 security to make sure we don't get walked up behind from the northwest. You want Alpha on that? Both teams to set up 360 security in the zones that they have right now. Yeah, what's the east security? Disregard. Charlie, maintain southeast security from northeast to southwest, and Alpha, northwest security from northeast to southwest. East to southwest is our security. It's just from 025 to 150. I'll basically do a 180 from where you're looking. We're looking from the northeast to the southwest. Push to the assault position. We're moving out 120. South position 120.
The green line.
Yellow line. Information, hall point, I'll be left, hall right. Hearts right.
So I can't see that far out on my GPS, and I can't see shit on the map.
120 at this time.
20, copy.
I like you,
100 meters.
Yeah.
Movement 134. 2 bodies.
That's going to engage the guys 60.
Got or hold.
Towards our position.
Hey Hall, try roll M. Are you able to see the map now?
Arma issues at this time. Catch up as you can.
Are we going or no?
Zero 097. Push 080 to get in Death Blade. Disregard, you're already pushing down.
Copy.
Catch up. Right behind you.
Get up to a run.
Some formational integrity, just chill. Just keep it like this for now. Follow blue line, blue line. Here, when we get here. Archie, you good?
Yeah, I'm out of sprint right now. DU on the DUI.
Jogging. Get into cover. Blade. Paul, where are you at?
At the RP.
Alright, follow blue line. Alright, just follow blue line.
Yes.
Now. We're gonna hold until actual catches up, so Alpha gets its Charlie's position. Charlie, get into cover from those flares. It's Charlie's position, get security back from where we just came from.
No. Bit further front. All right.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the flare to go down.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Yeah. Hey, Charlie's just north of us right now, but we're just waiting here for the flare to go down.
Alright, we're good to go.
Moving north.
Make sure we have spacing. Well, now disregard, there is a patrol on the white line. Column or file here in a moment.
Copy.
Millimeter flare launched on route blue, so we might be walking up on something. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see it, we're going to take it out silently. directly into the eyes of a West Tower 015. Stand by for new line. Line, stand by for new assault line. Assault line is going to be direct north. Charlie does. Looks like we're going to be moving out. To a crouch at this time. In a crouch, there are watchtowers. Utilize deflate, do not push up that hill until you have positive eyes on the watchtower.
Ready to continue pushing.
Say again.
Keep pushing a little further north. Actually, yes, they're going to keep pushing a little further north. Just wait for them to go before we push.
60 is one of the towers. This one. Keep moving.
Just keep on following these guys. You're straddling it more by the looks of it.
I fucking lost sight of them. Thought they kept following the yellow line.
You're all good. I'll take point. This is our assault point. On these rocks up here, 058, these are going to be our assault point. This is 25 meters behind you, them set. First. Northeast side of the rocks. My word to push, wait for my word. Try to get set up right here on this bridge.
Fragging as we go in.
Get your buddy teams ready to frag the compound. Me and Hall throwing frags, and then Hard should throw one far.
Alright, push.
Push, we're gonna push 114 online. Online. Push online. Copies online. Just face it up more north.
Frag out east. Oh, bad frag. God fucking damn.
Bad frag, bad frag.
Bad frag.
Ace report.
We're good.
All good.
Alpha's on green.
Charlie's green.
Green.
2-1 copies, continuing on to the southeast.
2-1, down in smoke. Down in smoke. Watchtower over, marked by 2 searchlights.
Tossing smoke.
Copy, smoke out and bound. Contact 133 Alpha's position, also the other tower.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm hit. Non-contact, let's go.
Charlie's moving first.
Right,
113.
Changing. 122.
2-1, keep moving, don't stop.
So let's keep moving. Keep moving, 2-1.
I'm fixing you up real quick after.
Copy.
Their leg is fucked, so I'm gonna...
You want me to HE that area?
Getting out this time, we're pushing. 1, we're not in contact, keep moving.
3 seconds.
Okay, I'm letting HE just in case.
We'll go.
Keep
on throwing smoke.
Pushing to the building.
Jesus fuck.
My eyes.
Spear side.
Hey, heavy contact on me.
Prepping frag. Frag out.
Frag out, frag out.
All set? Hey, frag out each.
Standing by to breach.
Breaching, Alpha breaching.
Who wants breaching the compound?
Alpha, don't breach. Let's go around northeast. Let's push past.
Back on you guys.
This next set over here.
Your Marines coming down.
Good watchtower and container back here.
Let's go hit this tower.
Moving you.
How you doing?
This is Oscar. I'm watching east on the east side of the compound.
Charlie, how you doing?
I've got a large avulsion in my chest.
We're clearing with Charlie.
That is impossible intel.
But I am
Copy,
not
make
bleeding.
note of where it's at, and then we'll come back to it. You want to call when your sectors are clear?
Alpha's clear, holding security to the north to west.
Copy, push through to the southeast. Compound clear. Need a response. Is the compound clear? Alpha and Charlie, is the compound clear?
Charlie's all clear this time.
Alpha team lead appears to be armored. Copy. Set demo now. Who's 2IC and Alpha?
Roger that. Christensen, what are you taking for demo?
Christensen's down. Just set demo on the generators and get that intel.
Where's Christensen?
Roger that.
You got armored.
Correction, 2 Papa, this is 2.
I'll step up. Now fire team lead.
Calling for me. I'm right here.
Hey,
Where is Gushenson?
Christensen is armored and he is half of my demo.
Not sure.
Where's the armored at?
Think he fucking DC'd or something.
Where is Christensen's
Got it.
location?
He is currently 02015 meters.
Copy. Schuster, on me. We gotta hit this tower as well.
Yeah, let's just hold north to south.
What was the status of Christensen, Alpha?
He's right here.
Where do you want another demo block? Swenson here?
Yes.
Okay, we'll get it on here. And the tower is...
Hey, QR off sim, set it on the generator and the tower. Yes.
Is Christensen still
Any
armored?
blocks he didn't end up getting, Schuster?
I believe so. He was under that net.
Christensen, can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Christensen's down. Christensen's down.
Copy.
Does anybody know where that intel was?
Smoke on it,
I got the intel, but it didn't show up.
Did you ace interact on it?
On one of it, yes.
I teleported Christensen. I don't know exactly where he's at.
It's here by me.
Okay. CCP's in the big bunker. Take him in there if you need to.
Let's get some security out instead of
Jesus.
walking around in circles, guys.
It's 2-1, set up security here quickly.
Set up security.
Oscar's got watching the east.
Call when the demo is set.
412 still good up there?
Oh, I see.
Alpha's northeast security.
If anybody in Alpha can pull the demo out of Christensen's pack, let's do it.
Hearts, you wanna go do that real quick?
Apron.
I'm waiting for the net to clear.
Hearts is on his way to go pull the demo off of Christensen's body.
We double time it.
2-1 Charlie has demo set on yellow chem lights generator on the north side of compound, south side of compound, over.
I'll start trying to get his legs.
Yeah, I got it. Working on the right leg.
I got 1 times intel.
Yeah, I'll start working on his arms then.
Copy 2-1. 2-1, start falling back to RP safe word.
2-1, push RP safe word.
Roger, we're gonna have to get his chest and start seeing if we can get him a heart rate. We're about
Moving out, bearing 215.
First,
Oh, they good to move?
We're trying to get him a heart rate. Give me 1 second.
2-1, hold off. We still have casualties. It's not good to move
2-1
yet.
hold, 2-1
well, I'm
hold.
gonna do a
Hit
fast
80.
IO.
2-1 copies.
Roger, I'm gonna hit with 80.
Hodge, how many seconds is that?
As soon as he's good to move, Hall, let me know.
6. Roger.
Alright, open a fast IO on his chest.
2-1, set up 360 security while we wait for these guys.
Did you find that
I'm
demo?
pushing 1000, and then
Set up security.
if he has a heart rate, we can move him.
Heart rate 122.
I open his damn
Pushing
inventory.
1000 on his chest. There, he's receiving 1000.
Let's see if I can get him all bandaged and get him a really quick stitch.
Raj, if you do in the meanwhile, I'm gonna start
35
taking off the
seconds.
tourniquets.
When
I just give him
keep
an
the
EACA and then that might be just fine now.
Yeah, go ahead and push that instead of taking the tourniquets off. And I'll continue this. Let me know when you're done, and then we'll just pick them up and go.
Raj, taking tourniquets off.
15 seconds on a stitch.
We can just take off all the tourniquets and then move him.
Paula actual, we're 8 seconds from being able to move.
Be advised, I got 1 times intel.
Copy, are you
Alright,
able
I'm
to
gonna take it
interact
with
with it and get it on the map?
I got that one within my briefing section.
Alright.
Copy, what does it say?
Alright, fuck it, I'm just gonna pick him up.
It is a airport diagram.
Paula actual, ready to move that casualty stable. Oh, he's up.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Here, let me give you your firing device back.
Alright, he's up.
I'm back up, Alpha.
Back.
Alright, 2-1,
Thank
start
you.
pushing back to RP.
Stand by, it might not be it.
Hey, Christian, your firing device is in here.
Where's that?
200 really push.
Yeah, I was trying to get it off of your inventory, but it wouldn't let me in
Follow,
your
get off my
bag.
position.
Oh, you need it? I didn't grab no demo, I just grabbed the firing device because I was trying to get into your inventory.
Gotcha. Alright, got it.
Let's not get left
Let's
behind.
back up.
Let's go. Where are we going? Let's go. Let's go. This way.
Alright, Alpha, we're moving out. 217.
217. 217.
Affirm. RP safe word. It does. It's RP safe word.
Do you want to move into a fire team wedge?
Yeah, it's fine.
Once you're at RP safe word, you can go ahead and jet your demo. You combat jet. 2-2, be prepared to pull back to RP Eagle with SBF covering your movements, and then SBF will move back to ORP start on my call. How copy?
Keep moving.
I have 1 times document in my inventory. Copy. With the intel, the other one that is on my map. At this point we have left, so there could be roving patrols. MCON is in effect, and I copy all Apollo.
and Alpha FTL is going to need painkillers. I'm making a shit ton of noise from me being in pain.
That's fine. I know we're over.
Combat that at RP safe
Pretty
word.
much the end of it anyway.
I'll have Apollo hit you there.
Set RP safe word.
2-2 starts for movement.
The guys that have the clackers on my position.
I like something already blew up.
I think what happened with that.
Both clackers on my position.
Might have been a vehicle or something, didn't it?
Is it just you? No, it's not just you.
And then he woke back up. Yeah.
Alright, stand by, stand by.
Do you have the clacker?
Hope somebody does.
Okay, fire in the hole, fire in the hole. Fire in the hole, fire in the hole, fire in the hole.
412.
We're gonna continue on RP smoke.
Security elements movements.
I have to debrief about what happened with the demo afterwards.
Your movement to ORP start. How copy?
Continue to RP Eagle. Correction, RP smoke.
Copy, Papa.
RP smoke, it is going to be yellow line.
RP smoke. And then ORP start.
Smoke and then
Wait for
ORP
Charlie.
start.
Charlie's still rear formation.
For that you were not the point.
An eye on me. I may go. Oh, never mind. I got Apollo for that. You're good.
Copy 2-2. Disengage until you move.
Charlie appears to be good, still moving.
I may go down due to morphine, so just keep an eye out if I go down.
Copy all. All the way back.
Go for that A that rhymed.
Stay firm. Hold position. Arch 2, hold position. Stand by for teleport.
Teleport, stand by for teleport, stand by for teleport.
What the fuck? Did we win? Where are we?
Got teleport.
Everyone up.
Stand by for daylight.
For daylight, stand by for daylight.
Turn your nods up.
Nods off, take nods off.
Blinded.
It's only 9:30.
No, stand by for daylight.
It's like 9:30.
One day later.
It's a SpongeBob flashcard.
Archer 2, circle up.
That's why I said it.
Archer 2, circle up around the top.
Circle up.
Does that mean we did really well or really fucking badly?
I killed him. I don't know yet.
Lock it up.
We are a bit over. I know we went a little long today. We had a lot to cover. If you do need to step off, you're free to. Thank you for staying late.
Oh, right. It ends at 9. I'm dumb.
Lock it up.
All right. Yeah. Overall, I think a lot of us probably know major things that went wrong. When we are performing a raid, you do want to get security out and set up first. I know 4-1, you guys kind of got ahead of yourselves a little bit, walked up on a patrol, and unfortunately you guys weren't able to defend yourself with suppressed weapons. We did up the... did kind of get some of the QRF moving a little earlier than expected, but you guys were 2-2 was still able to make it and set up relatively quickly. Only one technical was able to slip by, and it looks like 4-1 was able to neutralize them while they were coming up the road. Good SBF point. You were able to cover and support the assault element, but also back up the security element from your location. 2-1, good job taking out that patrol that you came across as well on your maneuver, and the assault and clear of the compound looked pretty good. Let's make sure we are clearing the entire buildings. It looked like there might have been a couple contacts that one or two contacts that were left in the building. I believe it looked like Doc Hall discovered one of them when he was trying to set up his CCP. Overall, the exploitation looked pretty good. You guys got 3 out of 5 targets. 3 out of 5. Helicopter's still up, and one of the drone controllers was up as well. There was one more satellite dish that was on the northern command building, but otherwise pretty fairly thorough. Anyone?
You cut out.
Did anyone discover the documents?
We discovered one that stated that Hospitalman Hall has a. How was it phrased there, Paulo?
It said that Corman Hall's beard is epic.
Correct. Amen. All right. Yeah, 2-2. You made pretty quick work of the QRF. You guys had a pretty good position, great accuracy on the AT, and you guys did that checkpoint did decide to engage on you. Once you guys started opening up on that QRF, they headed over to you instead of moving over to the primary objective. But it looks like you guys were able to make quick work once they were detected. I don't think you took any casualties from that contact. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, only from the BTR that was shooting us from across.
Okay, yeah, there's traversing your position, yeah. Other than that, I mean, things look pretty smooth. I would say we were on objective a little longer than I would like, but given we do have a lot of new leadership, it was a little bit of a lot of area to cover, and you guys did get detected a little early there as well. Garney Sergeant Parks.
Yeah, we were on objective a little too long, but we also had one guy that got armored underneath some of the stuff there, and I had to teleport him out for them to start working on him. But as far as when you're doing your planning, make sure, I know we have the blue and the white route, make sure that you're coming in perpendicular to wherever your SPF is or as close as you can get. I know it's uphill, and so we're not going to take any grazing fire from 412 until we're on objective, but that also limited what 401 could do once we were on objective. If they had been perpendicular, they would have been able to shoot the things that 2-1 couldn't see, where unfortunately we were pretty much, being able to see the same enemies. But other than that, everything went pretty smoothly. Unfortunately, we got discovered by a patrol, but that's going to happen. It's happened before; it'll happen again. But the big thing is we kept moving on our objective, and we still accomplished our objective generally. But that's all I really had.
2-1.
Nothing at this level.
2-2.
Nothing at this level.
2-3. 4-1.
Damn, you got me there.
I was like, wait.
I wish.
For 4-1, I guess I'll speak on behalf of 4-1 and Papa as well. I think everything went pretty well. The one comment that Papa had in terms of coming in perpendicular, definitely gonna relay that again and echo it, just because it does help 4-1. And a lot of times when you do get into that objective compound, there's gonna be enemies running out of the buildings towards you. So you being perpendicular on one side just gives 4-1 more opportunity to engage the rest of them and not have blue and blue. The other thing I had was just a reminder to everyone, when you get into major conflicts or engagements, and the engagement is fairly done, send your reports up to your team lead to squad leads, and up, just to let us know that engagement is complete, if you're green or not, any casualties, things like that, just so everyone can keep track of the integrity of their lower end teams and squads. And that's it.
All right. Doc?
Just a reminder, just because somebody goes down doesn't mean they're dead. If you're clearing a building, you engage them, you might want to verify that they are actually deceased.
Yeah. They can wake back up. It's rare, but minor wounds and stuff. If you get grazing fire, they're fairly well armored. You might have just knocked them unconscious. They might wake up 30 seconds, couple minutes later, and big problem for your position.
Yeah, shoot him into the
Christian,
ground.
What's up?
Right. I think your mic might have been losing its mind there for a second.
I have a question, sir.
Yeah. Comments, Assad?
If during an operation or a deployment, I guess, if we were to double tap an enemy to make sure they don't wake up, that's a war crime, right?
So when you are double tapping, I'm gonna go ahead and take my weapon out here real quick. So if Gunnery Sergeant Parks and Adler are down, and I'm approaching here, if I'm out here and I'm unsure if they're just prone or if they're alive, I can shoot them. The second I get within arm's reach, and let's play it safe and just say 5 meters, I now have to render aid. The other thing too, if Corporal Russ is coming up on my rear and I've already passed these guys and Corporal Russ is back there, a friendly has passed them, we've assumed care for them. So if a friendly has already maneuvered through the area, then at that point you can't. If you are maneuvering on a position and you are the first friendly to maneuver through and occupy that position, you can double tap as you're approaching. But once you are within range to render aid, then you are required to.
Right. So you can't go back and double tap them, but you can
Correct.
go. No. You can go towards them and double tap them. That's
once you're within range to render aid, you have to render aid. If you're out of range to render aid, they're still an enemy combatant. You can stitch them if you need to.
And just to maintain any plausible deniability, just call it 5 meters. Basically how far I am from Rosha right now. We don't want Zeus or company or anyone jumping up our ass for something like that. At that point, you should be close enough to tell if that is a conscious person or not.
right.
Well, and say on that, like, since we're going, like, training, it doesn't really matter as much, like, if you're 5 meters away. But if you're 5 meters away and you see that they're just unconscious, go up there and zip time, especially in an operation, because you don't know, because they will get intel off of them simulating. So you don't want to just double tap everyone just because they're unconscious. Like, if we're not in heavy contact, it might be worth it just to try zip tie them, finish the fight, then come back and if they die when they're zip tied, whatever.
Yep.
But if they're still alive.
Yep, S2 and S3 during deployment. If we capture anyone, that will heavily benefit our intel in following deployments.
Especially with the forces we're looking at possibly dealing.
Yeah, this deployment we're probably going to be light on intel. It's going to be a confusing one, especially at the beginning. Any other questions or comments? All right, again, thanks for staying late. We do got deployment coming. Look out for those links for those mods that you're going to need to download. Squad leaders, the one thing I've been advised, given the situation, expect civilian interaction most likely during the deployment. Make sure you guys touch on that in your squad trainings in the next week, going over interacting with civilians, and let's make sure we're covering PID. Let's practice on that a little bit. We've had some blue and blue incidents lately, and we don't want to anger any of the locals as well in deployment, as that will turn them against us, and it will be a not fun time. It's happened before, and it is doesn't always go very well. All right, Archer 2, you're dismissed.
Attendance tonight, gentlemen.
2-2 down. 2-2.
I wish I had known a little bit more about what was going on. But honestly, I just followed you and it all went well.